Disney to the max, and you're watching Disney Channel. Now that's rock and roll.
Let's go!
In the daytime, I'm Marinette, just a normal girl with a normal life. But there's something about me that no one knows yet, 'cause I've got a secret. Miraculous, simply the best, up to the best when things go wrong. Miraculous, the luckiest, the power of love always so strong. Miraculous, miraculous.
Good evening, this is Kisa Soma, and welcome back to Team LifeLights News. Here is some of the topics that we're covering for today. Let's make sure that they go well together. Miraculous Season 5 has become a successful premiere on Disney Channel. We really hope that the 5th season of Miraculous Ladybug does well in future episodes. We're praying for it to go well. Take a look at this image. This promotes the collaboration of Sonic Frontiers and Monster Hunter. Following launch on November 8th, the free collaboration pack on November 14th has to be downloaded to get some stylish in-game Monster Hunter equipment and play a fun minigame. And we have some very sad news. We just received word that Angela Lansbury, aka Mrs. Potts, had passed away in her sleep. May her soul rest in peace. And, according to Cartoon Network Studios, from Jamie Lang on Cartoon Brew, as you know it, Cartoon Network Studios is gone thanks to David Zaslav, we mean. However, according to Cartoon Brew, it says the Warner Brothers Television Group laid off 82 scripted, unscripted, and animation employees on Tuesday and will not fill 43 more vacant positions. The 125 positions represented 26% of the company's workforce across the units. However, the layoffs, which were generally expected, don't tell the whole story of what's going on at Warner Bros. Discovery's animation units. In fact, there was even more of a consequential announcement yesterday that fundamentally alters the structure of Cartoon Network Studios going forward and will have a far-reaching impact on the projects that it produces. The company calls it part of its strategic realignment. And in a company-wide memo, Chairman Channing Dungey told the staff that the company plans to fully consolidate its TV animation divisions, merging Warner Bros. Animation and Cartoon Network Studios. Going forward, Sam Register will continue as head of those two studios, as well as Hanna-Barbera's Studios Europe, with the latter of which will continue to operate independently the other two. But according to the memo, all three labels will continue to exist, but perhaps more in name than in action. Both development and production of both companies will now be merged, extending on the cross-studio teams that were already in place for programming, casting, legal, and business affairs, and artist relations. This means that Cartoon Network Studios is no longer has any independent say on either creative or operational matters, something that has never happened before in existence. This also seems an ominous sign for the future of the new original Cartoon Network animation. Warner Bros. Animation has traditionally been much more of a catalog IP-driven studio, while Cartoon Network Studios has been a studio that puts out original series and specials that occasionally become touchstones for generations of viewers. Eventually, Warner Bros. Discovery expressed the desire to focus more heavily on IP all across its businesses. So now that Cartoon Network Studios has to share development and production resources with Warner Bros. Animation, it's difficult to imagine a future in which the studio's original animation output can match what it has been in the past. As long as the Slav is king, Cartoon Network Studios is likely to shift more strongly towards reboots of its existing catalog and is currently doing the Powerpuff Girls, then launching new IP. The significance of yesterday's news may have not fully sunk in for a lot of animation fans, but those in the business immediately understood the magnitude of the news and its impact on Cartoon Network Studios and by extension Cartoon Network's future. Brian Miller, former general manager of Cartoon Network and a key figurehead of the company for 21 years, tweeted a quote from the Variety report and a grim two-word summary of what he thinks it means for the future of Cartoon Network Studios. Rest in peace, Cartoon Network Studios. With the new setup, Kids and Family series development at both Warner Brothers Animation and Cartoon Network Studios will be led by Audrey Deal. Adult animation development by Peter Girardi, and animated long-form series development by Sammy Perlmutter, with Bobby Page leading main production. Ed Adams will continue as his executive vice president and general manager.
It's a life-changing event for Cartoon Network Studios. It started in 1994 and it ended in 2022. May it rest in peace as well.
Good night, and God help us all.